Today I'm going to talk on virtual labs for linear IC applications and pulse and digital circuits. So first we will see the linear IC applications, linear applications lab, IC applications lab. So in first you go to Google and type VLab. V stands for virtual lab. Virtual lab. So some related sites will open like this. Is it visible, sir? So any issues or any technical issues?
Visible, sir.
Yeah, any doubts you can post in the chat box.
Yes, from the participant side, students, I request any one of you, Ranganaiki.
Yes, sir.
Ranganaiki
Yes,
and
sir.
Bindu, you please respond to sir.
Okay, sir.
Bindu
Yes,
401 Bindu.
Yes, sir.
From student side, you please respond to sir. When sir
Okay,
asks,
sir.
you please respond. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you,
you
sir.
search Google as a virtual lab. So this window is open. So this is www.vlab.co.in. For all the labs, you please visit this website. This is very important website. You can write up, you can note down also the website name, www.vlab.co.in. V stands for virtual labs. You click on virtual labs. So this virtual labs window is open. This virtual labs an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development under the National Mission on Education through ICT. Okay, so here the objectives, and these are the broad areas of virtual labs. Broad areas of virtual labs. So broad areas means your programs are branch like electronics and communication engineering, CSE, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, some civil engineering, and these are the broad areas. So this particular VLab, this is VLab. Okay, these are the major areas, major areas or major branches. So we are belongs to ECE department. So click on electronics and communication engineering. So here different labs are available. These are the different labs. Maybe lab names are slightly different from our from university to university. So, but the experiments are available. All the experiments are available. These are the available virtual labs related to ECE department. All these are. So, for example, you see this one basic electronics lab. This basic electronics lab was developed by IIT Kharagpur. So this is the name of the laboratories, the corresponding college. These are the number of colleges, IITs or IITs. So they are okay. These are prepared by the respective colleges. That is IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur. So for example, you see the basic electronics laboratory. This basic electronics laboratory was developed by IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal. Okay. So like that, we have different laboratories and the details of the colleges, respective colleges. So in our LICA, we have different circuits, different experiments are there. We will see. So you click on this basic electronics laboratory. You click on basic electronics laboratory. In this basic electronics laboratory, we have experiments on EDC, electronic devices and circuits, and even LICA also basic experiments are available. So you click on this basic electronics lab. So this window is open, and so welcome to basic electronics virtual laboratory. This is the main window of this basic electronics laboratory. So this is introduction part. Okay, introduction to this lab. Okay, virtual labs and list of experiments and instructions, and this is the technology used to made all these experiments and the people who developed this particular laboratory and some feedback. So these are some contents or some information regarding this basic electronics virtual laboratory. To see the list of experiments, you click on this one, list of experiments. So in this, we have total 17 experiments are there. So first, almost 16 experiments related to EDC, electronic devices and circuits. So this is useful for second year students, not for third year students. Already third year students are they studied in EDC in our 2-1 second semester. Am I right, ma'am? 424.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Even here there is RC integrator and RC differentiator. RC integrator and RC differentiator. So we will study in pulse and digital circuits. Pulse and digital circuits, and these all are comes under electronic devices and circuits. And this one especially serial number 14, that is experiment number 14, that is belongs to pulse and digital circuits, PDC. Okay. Then the study of basic properties of operational amplifier, inverting and non-inverting amplifiers. So this is one of the experiment in linear IC applications, and study of differentiator integrator using operational amplifier. So first we will see the basic properties of inverting and non-inverting amplifier. Okay, so this is very important concept to know the linear IC application course. This is the basic one. So you take in our linear IC applications, you construct or you design any circuit diagram. The circuit diagram is either inverting mode of operation or non-inverting mode of operation. Am I right, ma'am? Inverting mode of operation and non-inverting mode of operation. So we will see the basic properties of these two, that is inverting and non-inverting. So for that, you click on this experiment, that is the study of basic properties of operational amplifier. This operational amplifier, the short form is op-amp. Op-amp. It performs some basic operations, arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, and multiplication. That's why it is called operational amplifier. After performing some operation, the signal will be amplified. Therefore, it is called amplifier. So together, it is operational amplifier. You click on this one, operational amplifier. So one window is open. Okay, anyone can read this title, ma'am? Anyone? It should be interactive.
Basic properties of operational amplifier, inverting and non-inverting amplifier.
Okay, your signal is that echo signal is coming, ma'am. Okay. So here the related to this experiment, we have theory and procedure also mentioned, and simulation part. So we can also conduct quiz examination for the students after completion of the experiment. Then we can also give the assignment to the students and the references. These textbooks. Okay, so this is the aim. This is the theory related to operational amplifier. What is op-amp? What is inverting amplifier? And what is non-inverting amplifier? And everything will be available here, right? This is theory related to that experiment. Then this is the procedure. So how to perform this particular experiment. So how to make the connections between the components, and how to apply the inputs, and what are the different values required. Then how to check the connections, and how to do the experiment. So all the information is available in the procedure. Just like our hardware laboratory, when you are entering into the laboratory, just you list out the components, required components, and you go you meet your respective technicians and get the material, get the components. Then components along with breadboard, there we can make the connections. Am I right, ma'am? Am I right or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hardware procedure. Here also same, but only the thing is here we are performing the experiment using some tools, simulation tool. Instead of using discrete components directly, we are making the connections between the components, and we can run the circuit diagram. So for simulation purpose, you click on Click.
3:30 ఇంకో మ్యాచ్ ఉంది. 3:30 ఒకసారి 7:30 ఇంకో మ్యాచ్.
క్లాస్ ఇంకైతే ఇంకా
Yeah, match are
క్లాస్
there.
కన్నా
Hello,
అయిపోయింది
boss.
యా అండి.
Kindly
Who is
mute
that?
yourself.
Dear students, please mute yourself.
So here is my voice is audible, ma?
Yes, sir. Audible,
Yeah,
sir.
audible, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simulation here. It is the experiment is inverting amplifier to non-inverting amplifier. So the first one is inverting amplifier, and the second one is non-inverting amplifier. So it is also one type of amplifier, ma, just like your CE amplifier, and CC amplifiers, CE, CB, and CC. You are already studied in your EDC 2-1. Am I right, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So inverting amplifier. So this inverting amplifier is just like your CE amplifier. In CE amplifier, if the input signal is sinusoidal signal, we get the output. Then the output waveform is 180 out of phase with input signal, isn't it? Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So CE amplifier is also called inverting amplifier, but it is designed using transistor, and this is also same inverting amplifier. Inverting means the output is inversion of the input signal. When input is positive, we get negative output. When input is negative, we get positive output. That's why it is called inverting amplifier, and the signal will be amplified. And this one is a non-inverting amplifier. The name itself indicates it is a non-inverting. The signal will not be inverted, just it is amplified. That's why it is called non-inverting. This inverting amplifier is just like your CE amplifier, and this non-inverting amplifier is just like your CB and CC amplifiers. In CB and CC amplifiers, signal will be amplified, but signal will not be inverted. Okay, so you click on inverting operational amplifier, or in short form it is inverting amplifier. Okay, so here the title is inverting amplifier. So all the components are available here. Is it visible, ma? All the
Visible,
components
sir.
are available. Yeah, all the components are available. So first we have to make the connections. So before performing any experiment, first we have to make the connections, proper connections. So experiment wise, some instructions are some procedure is available. You take any experiment using any virtual lab website, the procedure or the instructions is available, ma. Okay, so you click on instruction. So what is the first step, ma? Anyone can read first step?
Connect the components mentioned below.
Yeah, connect the components as mentioned below. So component to component, so you can make the connections using these instructions. So L1 to L3. So where is L1? This is L1. This is our input signal. So L1 to L3. So we have to make the connection. So for that, you click on you click on this input, okay, and drag this one and connect to third. So connection is established. You can connect from 3 to 1 or 1 to 3. Okay, 3 to 1 or 1 to 3. This is connection. Then what is the next L4 to L7? This is L4 and this is L7. L4 to L7. Okay, you using your keyboard, sorry, using your mouse, you press this one and you drag to this one, 7, 4 to 7. Then L4 to L5. Here L4 is there, L5 is there. Okay, so make the connection between these two, L4 and L5. Okay, so with the help of mouse we can make the connections mark. So wherever you want connection between the components, either side, either of this side or that side, we can click and drag the wire and make the connections. Then L4 L5 is over, or L5 to L7, no problem. Next L6 to L9, this is L6 ma, L6, and this is L9. Okay, then L8 to L12, this is L8 to L12. So like that we can make the connections. So once the connections are over, so we have to check whether the connections are right or wrong. For that, here there is a check connection box is there. Is it visible, ma'am? Check connection. Okay, you
Visible,
click on
sir.
check connection. Yeah, you click on check connection. Yes, it is the right connection. The connections are right. Then set resistance 1, this is resistance 1, and feedback resistance and input voltage. Then run this one, we get the corresponding output. Okay, so once the connections part is over, then first we have to, what is the next step, ma'am? Click on check connection button to check the connection. That part is over. Then if connected wrong, double click on the wrong connection, else click on delete all connections button to erase all the connections. So for example, if there is any wrong connection is there, that will be indicated. You double click on that wrong connection, that will be deleted, and we can make the new connection. That is one way. Otherwise we can delete all the connection. Here one more option is there, you delete all the connections. Is it clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if any one connection is wrong, so you double click on that connection, that is automatically deleted. Otherwise, if you want to delete all the connections, you click on delete all connections. Then set the resistance. Set the resistance R1 value 1 kilo ohm to 50 kilo ohms. This is controllers. These are the variables. Input voltage, resistance RF. This resistance RF is nothing but feedback resistance. This one. This resistance is input resistance, and this is input voltage. That means first we have to fix the resistance R1 between, what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value here? It is almost 50k. It is 50k. So it varies 1 kilo ohm to 50 kilo ohms. You can take any value according to our requirement. Okay, so for example, if you want to keep as 5 kilo ohms, okay, just by moving this dot or knob, we can vary the resistance. Now what is the value of R1, ma? Anyone?
5 kilo ohms.
Yeah, 5 kilo ohms. And what is the next step, ma? Here set the feedback resistance between 2 kilo ohms to 100 kilo ohms. 2 kilo ohms to 100 kilo ohms, for example, it is some 20 kilo ohms. Feedback resistance is 20 kilo ohms, input is 5 kilo ohms. Next we have to apply the input voltage. We have to apply the input voltage. Just by varying this, we can apply the input voltage. So for example, it is some minus 10 volts. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So input resistance we have to decide, feedback resistance we have to decide, and we have to apply input voltage. Okay, input voltage. And you click on add to table. What we get, Amma, here? Anyone? What is the input voltage applied here?
Minus 10.
What is the output voltage?
40
10.
volts.
Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
What we are applied here?
Negative voltage.
What we get here?
Positive voltage.
Yeah. Is it inverting or non-inverting amplifier?
Inverting amplifier.
Yes. If you give negative voltage, we get positive voltage. If you give positive voltage as input, we get negative voltage. That means the output is inversion of the input signal. How to get this 40 volts? How to get this 40 volts? The inverting amplifier voltage gain or output voltage expression is V0 equal to this output voltage V0. Mathematical expression for V0 is V0 equal to this Vin into minus RF by R1. Okay, So this will be discussed your class teacher in theory part. This is the expression, ma'am. So what is the expression? V naught equal to output voltage V naught equal to input voltage into minus input voltage into RF by R1. Okay, input voltage into minus RF by R1, ma. So input voltage, what is the value of input, ma? Minus 10. Am I right, ma?
Yes, sir.
What is the feedback resistance? 20K.
20K.
Input resistance?
5K.
20 by 5K, how much it is?
4.
Is
4.
it minus 4, ma? Minus RF by R1, minus 4. Okay. Minus 4 into minus 10?
40.
40.
Yeah, we get 40 volts. It is normal voltage, ma. We can also express in terms of decibels also. By taking 20 logarithm of V naught by VI, we get output voltage in dB. Is it clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is actually this is input current, inverting current. It's very small current, ma, because its input resistance ideally it is infinite. Practically is very high. Therefore, current is minimum. Now the input voltage is changed to minus 20 volts, ma. Minus 20 not available, I think. Okay. Minus 5 volts, ma. Input voltage is minus 5 volts and same resistance R1 is 5 only. RF is 20K. What is the output voltage, ma? Anyone?
20 volts, sir.
20. What is the expression, ma? What is the expression for V naught?
V into minus RF by R1.
Yeah, minus 5 into minus 20 by 5. 5 gets cancelled. Minus into minus 20. You click on add to table, we get same value 20. Clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You take another value. For example, it is 1 volt, ma. What is the output voltage, ma, here? Anyone?
Minus 4.
Yeah, right. Minus 4. Minus 20K by 5K into 1, ma. Plus 1. So minus 4. Minus 4. Minus 4 means when input is positive, what we get at the output side, ma? Positive or negative?
Negative. Negative voltage.
Yes. Minus 4 volts. This minus 4 volts is also available here, ma. This is output voltage. This is current, ma. This is current. Okay. And this is this one is input voltage. Input resistance fixed. Okay. Feedback resistance fixed. By varying this voltage, even for 1 volt, by varying this these two or any one of RF and R1, we can vary the voltage. Is it right or not, ma? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
By keeping the input voltage constant, it is 1 volt or some voltage is constant. By varying this RF or R1, we can vary the output voltage or not?
We can vary, sir.
Yeah, we can vary. We can vary. Okay. You change to some voltage, some 5 volts. 5 volts. You add to table for 5 volts. What is the output voltage, ma?
Minus 20.
Minus 5 volts, ma.
Minus 20, sir.
Yes, minus 20. Yes, minus 20. So like that, we can vary the input voltage 10 volts. Now it is how much, ma? 10 volts.
Minus
Minus 40.
Minus
40.
minus 40. Yeah, minus 40. If it is 15 volts, minus 60.
60.
Yeah, maximum 50 volts. So like that, we can get the output voltage for different values of input voltage. So what we did so far, just by keeping these two constant, just by varying the input voltage, we can observe the output waveform, output voltage. Am I right, ma?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, we can keep the input voltage constant by varying either R1 and RF. We can vary the resistance. We can vary the output voltage. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the resistance available maximum value 25K, it is 50K. So we can take any value between 1K to 25K or 1K to some 50K. we can verify the output voltage. For all the readings, the resistance, input resistance is only 5 kilo ohms and RF should be only 20 kilo ohms. By varying the input voltage, we can verify the output. If you want to plot the output voltage versus input voltage graph, you click on plot. So this is the graph. So initially where it starts, ma? Starts from positive or negative, ma? Initially positive. Am I right? Am I right, ma? Positive.
Yes, sir.
Then positive to it goes to negative. Am I right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the graph. This is the graph between output voltage and input voltage for different values. You can change any value. You can change any. You can change either R1, RF. Accordingly, we get the output voltage. So this is the first experiment. So if you want printout again, you click on printer. So all the information is available on single sheet. You can take the printout and you can place in your record. Is it okay, ma?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Any doubts, ma? If you have any doubts, you can post in the chat box or you can ask directly. Unmute yourself and you can ask. So nothing to worry. The procedure is available here. You follow the procedure, definitely will get the output. Is it working, ma? Any doubts from faculty
Okay,
side
sir.
or student side? Any doubts? You can ask me. Otherwise, I move to next experiment. So it is the inverting amplifier. Why? Because the input is given to negative. The input is given to negative. So that's what is called inverting. The second terminal automatically connected to ground. So actually it is this is operational amplifier symbol. It is operating voltage range is plus or minus 5 to plus or minus 22 volts. We can take any value. Normally it requires plus VCC minus VE. So we are taking same values, same magnitude, opposite. That is plus or plus 15 to minus 15, plus 12 to minus 12. It is inbuilt, ma. Inbuilt. Shall I continue, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So inverting amplifier is over. Then we go for non-inverting.
Hello, sir.
Sir.
Some students have missed about the graph, generating the graph, sir. Please repeat once, sir.
Okay, here I will explain, sir. That is, I
Yes,
think
sir.
that is closed.
Okay, sir.
1 minute. Yeah, this is graph.
Yes, sir.
This is graph. The values are taken from table only. Input voltage versus output voltage. Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So to take the printout, you click on a printer. Here, printer symbol is there. So all the data is available on single sheet. You can take the printout and you can keep in your record. Only single sheet is required. That's it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Then we go for
Thank you, sir.
non-inverting amplifier. This is non-inverting amplifier. Non-inverting amplifier. What is the difference here, ma? Anyone?
If the input is positive, output is also positive. If the input is negative, output is also negative.
Negative. Okay. Here we are giving the input to this one, ma, non-inverting terminal. This inverting terminal is connected to ground. Okay. Here procedure is available by instructions are there. Okay. So this is connected to ground. This one is connected to 5. That is L4 to L5. We can connect L7 to L4. Then 6 to 9. Then this is input. So like that we can make the connections. So normally the terminal, the device to the device or the component to ground shows black color. Have you observed that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
The remaining all are red
Red
color.
color.
Red color. Yeah, red color. So you check the connection. You click on this one. Yes, right connections. So it is available in the procedure, ma. It is available in the procedure. Okay. Then you keep the input resistance by varying this one. For example, if it is 10K, input is 10K, and feedback resistance is feedback resistance is 20K. 20K. Then input voltage, for example, some 5 volts. Both positive and negatives are available. 5 volts. 5 volts. Okay. What is the expression for inverting amplifier, ma? Output expression?
V naught equals to V in into RF by R1.
Minus RF by R1, amma. Okay. Now the expression for non-inverting amplifier is V naught equal to V in into 1 plus RF by R1. 1 plus RF by R1. Okay. So what is the value of V in ma here? 5. 1 plus RF 20K by R1 10K. 20K by 10K how much?
2,
2 plus 1?
3,
3 into 5?
15.
Yeah, we get 15 positive voltage. So in the non-inverting amplifier, the expression for V naught is Vi into 1 plus RF by R1. Vi is 5, 1 plus RF 20K divided by R1 10K. 20K by 10K is 2 plus 1, 3 into 5, 15 volts is the output voltage. 15 volts. You click on add to table, we get 5 volts input voltage, 15 volts output voltage. If you change input voltage to some 10 volts, now what is the output voltage, amma? Anyone?
30, sir.
Yeah. What is the formula? What is the formula, amma?
V in into 1 plus RF by R.
You substitute the values in that equation, we get the 30 volts. So add to table. Next, the last value, for example, it is 15. Our 15 into 1 plus RF by R1 3 into 15 45. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is for positive values. So when input is positive, we get positive output. Why? Because the input positive voltage is given to non-inverting terminal, we get non-inverted output. Just it is amplified, that's all. When input is 15 volts, we get 45 volts output voltage, but if these two are in phase, plus 45 plus 15. Now input is changed to, for example, some minus 15 volts, ma. When input is minus 15 volts, the expression is same, ma. That is V1 into 1 plus RF by R1 only. Now it is 1 plus RF by R1, 2, 1 plus 2 into 3, 3 into minus 15, how much it is? Minus 45. Minus 45. So add to table. So here plus 15 is 45, minus 15 is minus 45, because input is plus, output is plus, input is negative, output is also negative. So for example, apply minus 10 volts, apply minus 10 volts. What we get, amma? Minus 10 volts. Minus 10 volts is the input voltage. What we get, ma?
Minus
Plus 10 volts.
30.
Yes, minus 30. Minus 30. Apply minus 5 volts. Minus 5 volts. So plus 5 volts it is 15. Minus 5 volts it is how
Minus
much?
15.
Minus
Minus
30.
Yeah, like that we get the outputs. So if you want to plot the curve between output voltages, input voltage, you click on flat. So this is the graph between output voltage is an x-axis, input voltage on y-axis. So 30 volts input voltage, the output is, input is minus 30, output is minus 10. Input is minus 15, output is between some 0 and minus 10. Then plus 15 it is between 0 to 10, 0 and 10. So like that, the output voltage varies. Output voltage versus input voltage. So you click on print. So we get this shape. We can save or we can take printout directly. Clear, ma? Any doubts, ma?
No, sir.
Any doubts, ma? Suresh garu? Suresh sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Shall I continue, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with this inverting and non-inverting amplifier has completed. Then we'll see one more experiment. Very interesting experiment, sir. This one is. VLAB Yeah. So see the list of experiments, ma'am. This is okay. The next experiment is available in analog electronics. Okay, analog electronics means EDC will come under analog electronics. Leica analog electronics. Even PDC also comes under analog electronics, ma'am. So list of experiments. Here different experiments are available. So now we will see this function generator. Sir, function generator is available, sir?
Yes, sir. Available, sir.
Yeah, available. Using 741 IC, I think. Using
Yes, sir.
741 IC. Yeah. So this is function generator. So anyone can tell about function generator in our hardware laboratory? We have seen many times. Am I right, ma?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
seen function generator?
Yes, sir.
Why it is called function generator? Anyone? Function generator. It generates different functions like sine wave, triangle wave, and square wave. So in our laboratory, function generator is available. So it can generate sinusoidal signal, triangle signal, and square wave signal. So now we are going to see the function generator circuit. Okay. So here, same aim of this experiment. theory related to this experiment, and we can also test pre-test. Then what is the procedure to perform this experiment and simulation part. So now we will see this simulation. This is the diagram for function generator using 741 IC. So the most popular integrated circuit or the most popular operational amplifier is 741 IC. So using this particular circuit, we can generate 3 different waveforms, just like your laboratory function generator. Using this, we can generate square wave signal, we can generate triangle signal, we can also generate sinusoidal. Using this circuit, we can generate sinusoidal, non-sinusoidal. Sinusoidal and non-sinusoidal. So first we will see the instructions or the procedure. Connect L4 to L8. L is nothing but just like it is a line, L4 to L8. So where L4 is there, here L4 is there, L4 to L8, L8, L8. Just by clicking on this one line, or just like this is a wire will come and connect to this I8. This is acts as a ground for these 3 remaining pins. Okay, so if you want to take a square wave signal, this L1 is connected to L5. This is square wave signal. To take triangle signal, connect L2 to L6. Then to take sinusoidal signal, connect L3 to L7. These are the connections, ma. So after completion of the connections, what we have to do, ma? Anyone?
Check
After the
connection.
completion of connection, yeah, we have to check the connections. In any laboratory using virtual lab concept. So after completion of the connections, we have to check whether the connections are right or wrong. So for that, you click on check. What we get here, right connections. It is right connections. Okay, all the connections are right. Click OK. So this is the graph. So here the 3 different signals are available here when you run the program. Just by varying this amplitude, all are fixed here now. This is the phase angle between the generated signal, 90 degrees. This is the frequency, amplitude. So by varying this amplitude, for example, it is 17 volts. So easily we can generate the corresponding signals for 17 volts amplitude, 1 kilohertz frequency, and the phase angle is 90 degrees between any 2 signals. Is it visible, ma?
Yes, sir.
Say yes, sir. No. Yeah.
Visible.
If you want to make 20 volts input voltage, just by changing the input voltage, that will be reflected here. If you want to change the frequency, we can also change the frequency. Now it is 1.5 Hz. It is 3 Hz. Very close. Okay, if you want to change the phase, if you want to change phase, for example, 180 degrees means inversion, 180. All are 180 out of phase. If you make the phase angle is 180. You see, 180 degrees are there. This is positive. This is negative. Sorry, this is here negative, positive. Okay, if you want to see this one, 1 minute. Yeah. Now you observe. What is the phase angle between these two, anyone?
$180, sir.
Yeah, this is positive going, this is negative going. This is the positive going, negative. This is positive going, negative going. Okay, 180 phase degrees. So like that, we can generate 3 different signals using this operational function generator. So here 4 operational amplifiers required. So in our theory, sir will explain, this is called a stable multi-vibrator, A stable multi-vibrator is a square wave generator. Multi-vibrator, there is no input. Input is not required. Is it right or not? Multi-vibrator.
Yes, sir.
A stable multi-vibrator, input is required,
No,
Have you
sir.
studied in your PDC subject? PDC subject. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is a stable multivibrator, and this stable multivibrator is output is nothing but square wave signal. This square wave signal is given to integrator. So we get a triangle waveform here, and again it is integrated, and the signal will be amplified. This is amplifier. We get sinusoidal signal. To smoothen this purpose, to smoothen the signal, that is triangle signal, again the signal will be integrated, another integrator is there, then the signal will be amplified using this one, and finally we get sinusoidal signal. So the first one is a stable multivibrator. A stable multivibrator is a square wave generator. The second one is integrator. The output is triangle signal. So integral of the square wave is triangle signal, and again it is given to another integrator. So to smoothen the curves, so then this is given to this is amplifier. Actually this is -2 plus my inverting amplifier. So to get the signal at different pins, at pin number L1 is square wave, L2 triangle, L3 sine wave with respect to ground, L4 or L8. So like that we can generate the signal. You observe, ma? Now you see the diagram. 180 out of phase is there or not, ma? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here it is positive going, this is negative, ma. And here it is rising, falling. You take the phase angle between these two, or 1 and 3. It should be 180 degrees only. Any doubts, ma? Any doubts?
No. No, sir.
Is it clear or not, ma?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Shall I continue? So this is the second experiment, sir. Suresh garu. This is second experiment. Function generator. Next, we move to a list of experiments. Wien bridge oscillator is also there, I think. Wien bridge oscillator.
Yes, sir.
So you click on Wien bridge oscillator using operational amplifier. You click on Wien bridge oscillator. So same as previous one. So aim of the experiment is available. Theory related to Wien bridge oscillator, and procedure and simulation. So you click on simulation. Okay. So this is Wien bridge oscillator. So Wien bridge oscillator, what are the instructions, ma'am? It is an oscillator, it generates sinusoidal oscillations. Am I right? So connect the output terminal L1 to L2, L3 to L4. This is L1 to L2, L3 to L4. Then check the connections. Right connection. Yeah. So oscillator, is it input is required, ma, for oscillator? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, there is no input here. Just we are taking the output here L1 with respect to L3. So L1 is connected to L2 here, and L3 to L4. Okay. Now you select resistance value, ma. Select a resistance value. This is the resistance value, R value. This one, ma. This is variable resistance, and these are fixed, ma. Am I right? Wien bridge oscillator frequency of oscillation is 1 by 2 pi RC formula. I think you are studied in EDC also. The expression is same, 1 by 2 pi RC. This R is variable. This R is fixed. These two are fixed. C also fixed to 0.01 microfarads. If it is R value is 100 kilo ohms. If R value is 100 kilo ohms, capacitance is fixed. C is fixed. Okay. Calculate. This is the signal. So in your EDC laboratory, you are continuously varying the resistance value. Only one particular value of resistance we get exact sinusoidal signal. Is it clear or not? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
In your EDC laboratory, you did RC phase shift oscillator, even Wien bridge oscillator or Colpitts oscillator, you did it. You performed there. Performed or not?
Performed, sir.
Yeah, with the help of potentiometer, there is a decayed resistance box is there. Am I right, ma?
Yes,
Decayed
sir.
resistance box is there or not for resistant capacitor?
Yes, sir.
So by keeping the capacitance value fixed, capacitor value is fixed, by varying the decayed resistance in the decayed resistance box, so one particular value of resistance we get the exact sinusoidal wave. Am I right? Have you remembered that or
Yes, sir.
not? Your
Yes,
EDC
sir.
laboratory. Yeah, resistance is variable. Now it is not exactly sinusoidal signal. Am I right, ma? Am I right or
Yes,
not?
sir. Yes, sir.
How to get exact value? How to get exact value? Just by changing this resistance value. So at 100 kilohertz, it is not exactly same as sinusoidal signal. Just by varying this, we can